Welcome back, everybody. Today, I did just a teeny bit of Minecraft. Yes, I did a teeny bit of Minecraft off camera. I meant to say that I did a teeny bit of mining off cam, just to get a little bit more tin to make the chassis for this, or machine frame. So I put together real quick a steam dynamo and redstone furnace, which let me cook up some rotten flesh I had excess of. And I made it into books and then a bookshelf and then magic wood and a bag of holding finally. So what you see is that the bag of holding has a double chest worth of capacity. So assuming I can repeat that process after I get a little more gold, I will indeed be able to pack up everything I have here and start to live the nomad life, I suppose, and try to get out of this awful desert and into a biome I just think looks nicer. Um, Unfortunately, I don't know what the best way to go about finding a cool looking biome is other than to just wander, so I think that's gonna be the plan. Um, yeah, but I'm gonna go do a little bit more mining because we will need some more gold in order to make that a reality and have that second bag of holding, and then we will be good. So I will come back after I've gotten in the mine a little bit and found some more stuff. So, see you guys soon. Okay, so I have killed enough lizards that I've gotten the gold needed for the next bag of holding. I also did a little bit of fishing, so I'm slowly not having to listen to a constant heartbeat sound in my ears, and yours too, which is good. So the nice thing about having the fishing rod, I'll be able to get more stuff along the way. Just keep the furnace and eat up fish as I am on my journey to a new home. And yeah, so I'm going to get on crafting this last bag of holding, which I may actually need more paper for. But I'm also going to need to turn this into leather. We'll do that just like that. Put one more little piece of coal in here just in case. So it's pretty actually efficient for just running a simple redstone furnace setup. Could be smelting more stuff in there, to be honest. It'll have no wasted efficiency. But that being said, get the bag of holding out. We have just a wee bit of paper. Can quickly turn that there. Yeah, so we're gonna need to punch just a little more sugar cane. And we're gonna sleep before we do that, because as we know, the nights are ruthless out here. Fortunately, I've been letting some sugarcane grow down here. Look forward to using that. We should get just enough. Right. Okay, get my leather out. And we are good to get crafting, so. There's the requisite books. And now, lastly, we will just need some wood. Beautiful. Combine that with some gold and some XP, we get the magic wood. And for a bag of holding, what were the things that went on the side? Chests, right. Well, looks like we have a couple fine ones of those we can scoop up here, to be honest. Trick is, yeah, some stuff's gonna have to sit on the ground for a second, but that's okay. Let's transfer it like this. See, we didn't get the chest. Perfect. Bam. Throw out that. And now, just some clumsy tossing everything in there we can. Beautiful. Alright, everything possible in there. And while we just squeak out enough to fit it in these 2 bags, they do the job. So I can pick up the last of my stuff. This is going to stay in my inventory for fish. We don't mind losing a little power there. And that is everything of ours. Meaning I can get on the road and hopefully to a spot where I don't mind setting up a little something something, a little house to call our own. Desert that way, and think for just about as far as I've explored. Water, you know, maybe making a boat wouldn't be such a bad idea. And then using the boat to traverse that. Where's the acacia wood? Take out some of this. I think that's what we're gonna do. Is crafting table? Oh, I put it away in one of these. Yep, okay. So we're gonna make an acacia boat. Beautiful. And we'll use this to venture out away from spawn, given that so much of this area is all water. I think it'll get us somewhere new quicker. Because over here, I mean, I can see the peeking out of something kind of good over there. It's in the sense that it's not desert, but beyond that, no clue. Alright, red deathworm just chilling in the water. Hopefully pirate ships aren't bad to sail over anyway. Well, here I find myself at spawn, because, as you can see, much of the world spawn is ocean. Lots and lots and lots of ocean. I found just another savanna biome over here that I didn't really want to suit myself in. Again, given just how many cool biomes with plenty biomes there are. And right around here, I got ambushed by mermaids and a sea serpent simultaneously. So those threw a wrench in the plan. I guess I have to try to get back there in the fall of night in order to get my stuff back. I'm also hoping the graves work well underwater, because that currently is where my grave resides. Yeah, so I wasn't able to record much of that. My dog got scared off by the wind around my area right now. And so I had to go looking for her, make sure she was alright. She's good, made it back, everything's good. But I had to end up muting myself, and then coming back I forgot to unmute myself, because still new to this. So yeah, I'll tune back in once we get a little closer to our stuff, and maybe when it is not so dark. Because man, it is dark. Well, I stopped at this village. It provided great shelter for me to sleep off the night, into some food that I can take with me on my adventure to go back and get my stuff. I also seem to have picked up a friend who decided he was going to come along. So, yeah, best of luck to you, friend. I cannot guarantee your safety. That being said, we are on the move back towards our previous death location. Still hoping the graves work well with the water, and I'm not doomed to have to swim down super far to get my grave. Ooh, greatwood trees. I love greatwood for building, so maybe some biomes over there would be worth checking out. Because the village was actually fairly nice. It had a good amount of rubber wood stuff too, which I wouldn't mind going back for. So this could be a good area to stick around in somewhat. Alternatively, it's close to spawn, so it's never too bad just to TP to spawn and then get the resources I need and TP home. It's always an option. Yeah, and oh, not the mermaids again. I'm dead to the mermaids. I don't even know to look for them. And we're dead to the mermaids again, because wow. Yeah. My grave looks like it's far enough away. I should be able to access it and keep on boating without interference by the mermaids, but okay. Whew. That's that now. Looks like a dragon just out of render. Is that a dead dragon? Huh. It looks dead, definitely. So I think you can make dragon bone swords, and they're not that expensive. Assuming I could go harvesting. I think we're gonna want to be ready to sleep ASAP as well. Somehow I get the feeling this dead dragon's gonna cause me problems too, even though he's dead. Because, I mean, wherever there's a dead dragon, right? There's something that killed it. Oh, that griffin probably wants me dead. Speak of. We're not regenning health, so I really don't want to test it. But daytime will help, because there won't be people everywhere. Yeah? Sleeping work? No. Sometimes I've been having to sleep twice in single player, which is new. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's go try to harvest a dragon. Right? I can do this, right? Yeah. Cool. Well, that was fun. Okay, I'm back, and I believe I have disabled the RTP cooldown, so I can just pop it a bunch of times till I find somewhere I like, and can call that my home. Also, I seem to have acquired hiccups, which is very unfortunate. Okay, Taiga Hills, a different biome. That's good. I also increased the max range of it so that it can take me a lot further now. I really don't mind this area too much. Maybe I kind of want to know what that is. Interesting. There'll be a lot to go explore. I'm also realizing, now that I'm doing a Let's Play, that hiccups are probably the worst thing when you're trying to record, and the ones that you will only get when you're trying to record. I almost wonder about even like a waterfall generic base right here or something. as a better starter that I do not mind setting up at. Anyway, I can definitely tell the hiccups are getting worse and louder, and I'm going to dig a hole in the wall and come back when they are gone, hopefully. Alright, and welcome back, guys. So, I carved out a little thing into the cliff here, and I know what you're probably thinking, which is, well, one, what is that noise? But two, oh, that was a dragon. Awesome. I don't know where he is, but that'll be fun. So, we figured out one of those questions. The other question you may be asking is, well, something wrong. Why did you take a perfectly good house and move into a hole made out of stone? To which my answer is, in two parts. One, I used to get attacked all the time out there in the horrible desert, and I didn't get attacked once while making this. It was very nice. Two is because I just like this location more, for just aesthetic reasons. Like, look at that view. I'm gonna have to go deal with that dragon at the soonest convenient time, when I get better stuff, because he's a little loud and I didn't notice him before. But, you know, I like this area, and I think I could foresee myself staying here a lot longer than the other location. Yeah, so with that out of the way, my plan now was to go harvest up some materials to make grout for a smeltery. And I think I'll skip through a little bit of that, but the point is, okay, so I need clay, sand, and gravel. Quite a bit. Is to get enough to make some decent smeltery stuff. I have some sand already, right? Yep. So we got sand. We kind of got gravel. Not as much, but that's nothing to scoff at there. And yep, from there I will try to get that set up and running and make our first Tinker's iron tools, maybe? I think you can do liquid. You can do diamonds and Tinkers too. Oh, I can do at Tinkers. Jeez, if I could spell. So diamond, and then at Tinkers. Should show me only Tinker stuff that has diamond in it, right? I guess not. Oh, sharpening level diamond. Maybe you can't make diamond stuff in Tinkers. I don't know. I'll look into it before we get going on that anyway. But I want to actually set up casts and get some casts and make some different tools. And I think that'll be the end goal for this episode. Because there's no reason by episode 3 that at the end at least I shouldn't have a smeltery set up and working. Despite the many, many, many setbacks. Just do one for now. So we can finish it off. It's just that bit taller now. And I think we're ready to get a cast going. How that works is beyond me, actually, come to think of it. Should have done a little more research on how this actually works. So first of all, let's check. Maybe it is aluminum brass. Brass. Okay. Brass from Tech Reborn. Aluminum brass. Oh, meaning it is probably copper and aluminum. 3 to 1. Oh, so 3 aluminum to 1 copper. Well, in that case, luckily we have the ore, which will smelt into a good amount. Right, so we got just the hair of that and a good amount of copper. So let's see how much one of these makes real quick. So that makes 2 ingots, right? And so that means if we stick all these in here. So that's 6. So we need 2 copper to alloy with that. That'll give us our aluminum brass. Then as far as how we make a tool for... Well, okay, so this dragon's only active at night or something, maybe. Yeah? No, it's daytime. Silly me. I have no clue. There we go. And we got some brass alloying up for us. So, like, an ingot cast, I know I would straight stick some random ingot in there, say iron, and, like, pour it around, right? Which, I suppose there's no harm in doing that real quick, right? If I was to take this iron ingot, smack it in there. Because this will help us with our ore doubling, so I can, like, do that. Then we get an ingot cast, right? It eats that. And then I believe we can just make like stone stuff with the pattern things, and yeah. So I think I'm gonna make a pattern chest then. Right? Is that kind of easy to do? As this dragon just wants to talk to us. Hello, dragon. Ooh, hello there. Also, my inability to spell. Okay, so chest and a pattern, which we also want to make some more of those. Okay, wooden sticks. Not too bad, not too bad. Oops. And we have a pattern chest. Just gonna go in the ground right here. Bam. Oh, I kind of thought you would hold more patterns. Right? Okay, so every time I put one in, it just gains a spot. That's not so bad. So for instance, to make, let's get a tinker's iron pick or something. We could take the part builder, do that, some of that, make one of these, right? Plop it down in there and pour. And we got another pattern. Oh, which you can just right click to put in there. The mattock, boop, boop. Wood, dirt, plants, packs quite a punch. Sounds good to me. Traits magnetic 3. I mean, I kind of like that. That looks good to me. So, real quick, let's go test this before wrapping up the episode. Because you can't make a new tool and not test it, am I right? Alright. Right, so. Okay, decent speed. I'm a fan of that. Because, I mean, that's compared to what I've been using, basically, which is that, or even... So it's about the same as stone. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a whole lot better than stone. You do get the magnetic effect, though, I think, which sucks in items or something. It's something nice like that. And then... So... Underwater isn't a good place to test it, but what if I, right here... Yeah, I'm not fully impressed by it, but... Hey, you know, don't think this is a tool a lot of people make, for a reason. And honestly, I'm just glad I get the experience of making it. I'm still going to use it a bunch, too. And maybe it's underrated right now, because I haven't done anything with Tinkers to make it better, which I know there's a lot of stuff to do, you know? I don't know if sharpening kits, I think they're used on this kind of thing. I don't know if they just repair it, or if they are only for damage, or if they just make it better at its function in general, so tons to still learn, and I intend to do a lot of that. And that is why I'm forcing myself to make these kind of tools and not just stick to basic vanilla tools through this entire playthrough, basically. Because that's probably what would happen otherwise. So, anyway, smeltery. We got working, tested some stuff out, got our first tool from it. I mean, yeah, we got our first tool from the smeltery, I can say that. And I'm pretty proud of that. So, I think I'm going to wrap this one up here. We had a lot of fun in this one. It was pretty cool. And I look forward to future episodes. Make sure to hit subscribe. I know that, you know, I'm going to upload every few days, probably over the summer, I think is kind of my plan. So if you like the content, just subscribe, and you'll get notified every time I decide, I guess, to upload a video. Because I don't really know how consistent that'll be for now. But, again, with quarantine, effort to stay safe. I do quite a lot of play in the Minecrafts. And it's been actually a lot of fun recording these videos and editing them together. So I just look forward to doing a lot of it. And I appreciate really all the people who have come along and just stumbled across my videos, left comments, talked to me, engaged. It's honestly, it's super encouraging, even though I've only at this point produced like 2. So yeah, it feels really good. And I just hope that I can do a lot more for you guys in the community too, because, you know, and hopefully repay some of what I get out of what you guys are doing for me. With all that being said, sappiness aside, thank you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.